Hello. I believe that young people are the most powerful beings, should I say, on this planet. As, for instance, from the age of 7 to 14, and then probably just a little bit more, you've got this age group where there is no limitation to the imagination, because if you give a kid around the age of 7, 10, and they're not using a phone 24/7, you give a kid around that age a piece of paper and a couple of coloured pencils, you will start to see that this kid literally has magic inside of it, right? Now, what am I getting to? So it is about reality, right? And the way I believe young people are the most powerful, are the most creative, like bar, experts, like say you've got expert lyricists like Eminem, say you've got expert painters like, I don't know, who are a little bit older than ages of, 7 to 14. You can call expertise or skill something that is procured over time, as you keep practicing your craft. But what I'm trying to say here is, say you've got some young people, young people are the most powerful, because the imagination isn't restricted by the bounds of society, cultural conditioning, and what other people think, right? Because in those stages of what would you call a teenager stages, where in a family situation, say you always have this stigma, what is created around with society, whether it's on the news, whether it's in books, whether it's wherever it is, there's always this stigma that teenagers and young people around that age group are somewhat super ignorant, super stupid, don't listen at all, and need to sit down and comply to what everyone else is saying, who's above them, who's a little bit older, right? Why? Is it because you're trying to train a devil? Or is it because you're trying to tamper down something that, can't be let through into a certain society? Now, what I'm saying is, young people have a little bit more freedom when it comes to expressing the imagination, because at the ages of around 7 to 14, that's when the first parts of self-expression come along, the first parts of creativity, who you like to express yourself, right? When I was 7 to 14 and further on in teenager years, I love to express myself through, in a sense, video games. But just put that aside for a second. I like to express myself through video games in playing a game called Minecraft. I just build the most amazing stuff, man. I'd build mansions, villages, I'd build fantasy places, castles, themed kind of things, where there was like this horror game kind of thing which I was interested in back in the day, and me and my mate, I think to this themed thing, there was at least 4 buildings that we wanted to create. We did absolutely every single one of them to pinpoint precision. You get me on a game like that and put that stuff in my head right now and tell me to do that, or I try and find the inspiration to do that, I just be like, what's the point? Yeah, sure, there's better things to do, like why not create a building in this, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to get at. This is why young people are so powerful, because there's a bit of delusion, but it's not delusion in a bad way where you just, you know, you're walking into walls or something like that. It's a delusion into the own imagination where you just get lost in the imagination and you just create from the imagination. It's not, oh, well, I'll create this thing or I'll say it this way because of this thing and this thing and this thing. No, when you are that young, you don't have many inputs going around. Like when, say, a young person at the age of 16 to 18, if that young person has been put into society in a certain way where they've gone, right, so I need to sit down, get my grades, perform super well in this college, in this university, get all these good degrees and all this kind of stuff, so that I can show that I'm so good for these companies that I can be paid for the value that I think I have, because I've worked in a way for a certain curriculum, right? Now, what's the difference between just dead-end working towards a dead-end goal, aka making money? Because that's what everyone does, or should I say, what everyone does in this society, because everyone grows up to go, oh no, my mum and dad keep snapping me in the back with a ruler and go, you should make some money. And this is what happens at the age of 18. This is what happens in certain societies when a individual would reach a certain age, whether it's 18, whenever it's 21, and society imprints on the parents as well to say that that individual should leave the parents' house, should go off on their own and just, you know, go survive on yourself, go make money over there and sit in your own house, right? Don't bother about your family doesn't like you anymore because you need to go and make money, right? Anyways, put that aside. Why are young people so powerful, right? If you can understand this principle of creativity, of, obviously I don't know who is listening to this video right now, whether I put it out or not, and I'm not saying that when you're not young you don't have creative powers. It's just that your creative powers might have been a little bit, you know, singed or a little bit brainwashed from all the stuff that you've gone through. Whether you're 58, whether you're 35, whatever age you are, you've probably gone through some sort of conditioning which has numbed your imagination or just completely shut it off. Because who needs imagination when you just type in buttons in a computer all day, or you're going beep, 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 beep on a shopping thing, right? Who needs a brain for that, right? Who needs an imagination for that? You don't. It kills the imagination, because if you just sat there going beep, 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 or on some assembly line, there's a factory up here, and what I'm guessing is what the workers do in there, they just sit at the assembly line and go, right, it's all right, yeah, and then they sit around all day and just, yeah, it's working, yeah, you know, they'll do a few bits and bobs around the place, but there's nothing to it. You're not using your head, you're not using imagination. So as you go along in life and you're in this sort of conditioning, you're not necessarily doing anything. You're not creating, you're just going along, you know. So what I got to say is to the younger generation is, understand that you have a power inside of you. You have the most powerful force inside of you. Everyone has it. I'm not just talking to young people here. Everyone has that creative spark inside of them that can create their own reality, right? Now, I don't want to get talking too wishy-washy, all this kind of manifestation kind of stuff, because manifestation is just a word. And manifest, if you just look at what manifest actually means, it means to bring into something, to manifest, right? If I don't have anything in my pocket, right? So I'm going to manifest whatever's in my pocket right now. I'm going to manifest a battery in my hand. There you go. Oh shit! I just manifested this battery into my hand, right? It came into my hand. If I wanted to manifest something, you simply need to put energy towards it, right? First thing, thought, right? What do you want? I want this battery out of my bag. So I'm going to think, okay, where's the battery? Or, you know, you understand? I'm going to go, right, okay, now, next, action. Boom. 3, result. There it is. Simple as that. That's all you need to do. If you want to create your own life, you simply got to do exactly as I just did. Think about what you're doing, then using that intentive thought, use intentive action towards whatever you want. There you go. And how I'm going to bring this back to full circle about young people and being the most powerful in this world, in this realm, is the power of the imagination can affect the way you manifest. Because say you're 14, whatever, and you want to, I don't know, you want to, let's say you want to create some cool paintings, right? All you need to do is go and get your piece of paper, go and get your pencils or your brushes and your paints and all that kind of stuff, and sit down and create a painting. That's the beginning. Now, the next bit is your imagination, the action, right? You've set up the manifestation, you've set up what you wanted, you set the intention. Now it's time to use your imagination, use your power to simply create whatever you want. Imagine that piece of paper is your life, is your day. Simply use the intention of your imagination to do whatever you want. And it's that simple. And this is why I believe young people are so powerful, because you kind of have such a power within you that is so pure, is so, or should I say, can be so positive. It's just where you align your thoughts, where you align your awareness. Now, where's my dog? Behind me. Now, that was me putting my awareness towards the care of my dog, because I'm, should I say, aware of my dog. I feel responsibility for my dog. So I went, there's my dog. Anyway, that's beside the point. So yeah, I just want to wrap this up and just say, well, like I've just kept on saying, through the early stages of life, that is where the imagination is the most powerful, unconditioned, right? If you manage to uncondition your mind from all the bullshit what goes on outside of you, and you focus your attention within yourself, within your imagination, you can create whatever you want. You just do it like that and it's done. That's all you need to do. Just imagine the battery thing or the paints thing, right? Just write your own story, write your own draw your own painting. But I'm not talking about drawing paintings or writing books. I'm talking about this, I'm talking about life. Because it's there, you know?